What we're going to do today is I'm going to talk you through part of the assessment I'm going to do now, which is called a MAT assessment, which is a mechanical assessment tool. And part of that is to basically see your range of movement and see your postural presentation. So what we can do then is we can then apply that to any equipment we put in place for potential solutions for you. Now, the reason we've got you on the mat to begin with, or the plinth, is to take away the effects of gravity. So what we're going to do is we're going to range certain body segments and then just see what effect that has. And what we're trying to see is basically we're trying to see what's fixed, what's flexible. And imagine in your case, we're going to be quite flexible. But then thinking about the equipment we put in place, do we need to add additional postural supports because of the terrain you might be driving over to keep you in place so you don't fatigue as much, and then go from there.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pop my fingers on your pelvis, and what I'm looking for here is the two bony prominences on the front of your pelvis. It's called your anterior superior iliac spine, or ASIS, but that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my hands on you. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just going to feel. Okay. So at the moment you're quite neutral. Okay. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to rock you from side to side, and I just want to see what effect that has on your body, as well as seeing if I can move laterally as well. As I thought, you're quite flexible. I'll just bring your legs up if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop my leg. There we go. So what it is, it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to range your pelvis. Because your legs are on the plinth normally, it's a bit hard for them to move. Okay, and I'm just going to pop my hands under your pelvis, and I just want to see what range of movement you've got in your lumbar spine. So I'm going to bring you towards me. Yeah, and there's a bit of a gap opening up there. And I'm going to come up with your legs and then see if that flattens off, which it does. So at the moment, you're quite flexible, your trunk stays in position, and we're quite neutral through here. So what I'm going to do is bring your legs back down, and then I'm just going to have a little play of your trunk and just... Now, do you notice as you go through the day, as you start to fatigue, do you notice you tend to lean to one side more than the other? Or?
When I get tired, I'll lean a bit more to my left-hand side.
Okay.
But that's, yeah, only when I'm very tired.
Cool, okay. So I'm just going to pop my hands down my side, so if you just lift your arms. Yeah, I mean, there's no real issues here. But if there was, if you were starting to lean, I could see where I'd put my hands on your trunk to help correct your position. I'm going to bring your hand up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on this side of your pelvis. I'm going to pop my thumb on that bony prominence I was talking about. And I'm just going to lift your leg. Generally what I would do here as well is I'd have this leg bent a little, but we should be okay for now, quite flexible. And I'm just going to range your pelvis. And what I'm looking for here is to see when your pelvis might lift. Generally that tells me that's end range, but as I can see, at the moment, you can get fully to 90 degrees. What I'm also looking for here is how this angle relates to the backrest or seat to backrest angle of your chair. If I could only get to here, then I'd have to open up your backrest angle. As you can see here, there's no real issues. Then what I'd also look at here is I'd also look at your abduction. You're bringing your leg out, but again, there's no real issues. Adduction, adding to center line, as well as external, and then also internal rotation as well. And then from there, I would also look at your extension through your knee, and you're a little bit tight. So again, when I'm looking at leg rest, now what I'm looking at is the leg rest angle and how much I need to extend your legs or tuck them back to take you off stretch here on your hamstring. So same thing applies here. I'm just going to, because we have to take each side into consideration on its own, I'm going to do the same on this side. If I start to hurt or anything, just let me know. I'm just going to put my hand on the hip to support your leg. I'm just going to range your hip, and that feels okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm just going to take into abduction. And again, I'm looking for any tightness that might be in here. So if this would start to be tight, I can then obviously look to put correction through a cushion to help keep your leg in as midline as possible. So I'm going to look at external and then internal rotation. You're quite flexible, there's no real issues here. I'm going to look at the extension, thinking about the leg rest angle. So I'm looking at plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Ideally, I want to try and keep you as close to 90 as possible, but again, if there was any fixation there, I would accommodate that fixation.